Hey, what's going on, everybody? I hope you guys are doing well, and welcome to episode number 32 of the Final Circle podcast. In today's episode, we have a guest on. This is my brother, literally my best friend growing up. This is Tom, who goes by now BZ Tommy, at least on the internet. He was actually our first ever guest on the podcast. He was on episode number 3, and he returns today. He's available right now. He's in the Navy, so shout out to him, and thank you to all the men and women serving our country out there in the different armed forces groups. So shout out to Tom in the Navy. He's back home for a little bit right now, so we figured let's get him on the podcast. He's going to be gaming a little bit more. He used to be a huge gamer until he joined the military and then started a family, and obviously he's a very busy guy, but he still gets some gaming in from time to time, and he knows a lot about esports, and he follows the gaming community very closely, so it's always nice talking to him about gaming stuff because he's always got some different insights on that. He follows a lot of YouTube channels, and unlike me, I follow pretty much just the game I'm involved with, which is currently PUBG, and I kind of tunnel vision on that. So he kind of focuses in on a little bit of everything. So we talked about a lot of different topics here. I really enjoyed this episode, and I hope you guys do as well. Tom let us know before the podcast that some of the podcasts have been sounding a little bit low. He said, like, when he listens in his car, it's hard to hear. So I tried turning this one up, and we will be paying attention to that to make sure that the audio levels are great. And if you guys have any feedback, you guys can always hit us up on Twitter or send me a message on any social media platform. You guys can find me pretty much anywhere online at Blitz5 or at Blitz5 and Friends. And as always, if you want to support the podcast, you can subscribe to my YouTube channel for free. You can like the podcast or leave a review on iTunes. And if you want to take your support to the next level, you can become a member on YouTube, which is a monthly fee, sort of like Patreon, and helps me continue what I'm doing between the stream, the podcast, and the YouTube videos. So as always, thank you all for listening, and let's get right into the episode. We'll just get right into it. I'll intro before the actual video, but I was trying to go back. The first time we had Tom on the podcast was in one of our first 10 episodes, right? Do you guys remember what episode that was?
It was episode 3. It was my favorite number.
Was it?
Wow. I can't believe you actually remember, because I had no idea. I would have guessed 10 or something like that, but it actually was episode number 3, BZ, Tommy, and Esports Talk. That was our third ever episode of the podcast, Final Circle. And isn't that crazy?
Yep. Amazing.
Was it 27 episodes ago? Or 20?
Yeah, we're at 30.
32.
Yeah,
so
we're
we
at
didn't have you on 33. It would have been double your favorite
All
number.
right. Well, I'll be back next week then. Later, guys.
Oh, yeah. So what have you been up to since then? You were away in the Navy. Your boat got christened.
Yeah, but see, I was I was still in Mississippi when I was on your podcast the last time.
Oh yeah,
that's where my ship was being built, but now we're all built and commissioned, and the Navy bought us and everything. So now we're over here in Jacksonville, Florida, where we're going to be home ported.
Sweet. That's pretty dope. And when's the
We
last time?
just had our, obviously you guys knew I was in Fort Lauderdale last week. That's where we did our commissioning all week. The city adopted us and gave us a bunch of money and all this kind of stuff.
That's cool. I saw you took some cool pictures was that with the dolphins you were taking pictures with, or the?
Yeah. So the whole week the city started planning this like a year and a half ago, and they get the city gets a commissioning board of all the big wigs around the city, and they plan all this stuff for us, and they raise money for us. And
how do they pick the city? Why do they pick that city?
The Navy picks it.
Navy picks it,
Not
but it's
sure.
got to be a city on the coast, obviously, right, for the boat.
You ever heard of have you ever heard of?
We're gonna do this in Arkansas.
You've heard of Fleet Week, right? Like New York has it all the time and stuff like that.
Of course,
So normally they do it in the cities that have Fleet Week, because when that city has Fleet Week, all the ships that have been commissioned there will go there.
Okay. I see. So they actually go back to where they're commissioned, even though it might be years later, not the same crew, obviously, right?
Right. Exactly.
Gotcha. Interesting. So so that area will have a Fleet Week with all the ships. So they probably pick rotate. It's kind of like the Super Bowl. They rotate what cities kind of are commissioning boats, and there's only the beach cities or whatever, coastal cities get it.
Yep. So
probably,
it's like Key West. There's gonna be one in Key West next week. Fort Lauderdale does it. What do you call it? Charleston, North Carolina does it. Boston does them.
That's interesting. I never really understood Fleet Week.
It's a big PR thing. It's just showing the taxpayers what they pay for, pretty much.
Yeah,
So
I thought it was just in like the major cities. I guess that's kind of like ignorant to think, but I thought it was like maybe just big cities like in North Carolina and like New York City and maybe San Diego and stuff.
New Orleans does it
So
too.
I can
New
go
Orleans
up
does
and
it
see
Fleet
this
Week.
boat.
Yeah, when they
Yeah.
do Fleet Week, it's for you guys, like you guys as in like like civilians, like you guys when they do Fleet Week, like go take tours, like they show you, like we always say, like your taxpayer money pays for the ships, they're your ships, so go tour them. You know what I mean?
That's my boat.
That's
Exactly.
my boat. Actually, I did that when
Lieutenant Dan.
I've done some tours of the boats that are stationed in New York, like kind of permanently as museums. But then during Fleet Week, they had like a different thing to tour, and we actually went and did. It was kind of cool.
Yep.
Yeah.
And-
When I was in
and, like,
San Diego, I went on, was it aircraft carrier there, the Midway? Is that what it's called?
Yeah, that one's been there for a while. I've been
yeah.
on there too in San Diego. The
That one's
Midway.
old as
That's
hell.
funny. Yeah,
but
that's pretty cool.
But yeah, so we were there for a whole week, and every day the city had something planned for us. Like, so we got there on the Monday. That Tuesday we did. They brought us down to the Miami Heat Stadium, and we did like a tour there and met some players. And then Wednesday, they had like 80 fishermen donate like their boats to us for the day, and they took us all out fishing and stuff.
Cool.
Budweiser sponsored us, so it was like free beer the whole time and stuff. So that was awesome.
Wow. And free
then,
diarrhea.
And then Thursday was I didn't go to the thing Thursday because it was only they only had room for like 20 people, but we did something at like a retirement home. Like we had to like wear like our dress uniforms and all that. It was again kind of like a PR thing. And then Friday we didn't have anything planned because Saturday morning was the commissioning itself. So Saturday morning we did the commissioning, and then Sunday we did the Miami Dolphins training camp and got like a
Very
behind
cool.
the scenes tour and all that. So that was really cool. And then we left that Monday.
Yeah, it's pretty dope.
But the city
Yeah.
donates like a bunch of money to us and stuff like when we leave. So it was really cool.
Wow. Oh, that is pretty cool. That's good then.
Yeah. So I mean the ship's just like we do fundraisers and raise money. You know, just like corporate America, we have our like yearly holiday parties. So like we have to like fundraise all year to pay for the holiday party. So like the city donated like a shit ton of money. So we'll most likely use that for a holiday party this year.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Interesting how it works just like a company, even though it's like the military part of the government.
Yep.
In a way, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Same kind of thing, I guess. And before we get moving on too far, I want to make sure you guys don't have to answer, but make sure that you guys are recording your audio for the podcast. And for anybody listening, so when Tom was away, you still gamed a little bit when you were like you were away from home for a while, I know, but then you were doing your own podcast and a bunch of stuff, and it's obviously hard because you're in the military, you're working, you have a family, all that stuff. And obviously for anybody that's listening, I don't know if you guys know, most people that watch or listen to the podcast probably are involved with the stream, and they know that me and Andrew have like grown up together. But me, Tom, and Andrew, if you missed the previous episode number 3, you can go back and listen to that. I think we did a little bit of an intro with like your background, but we all grew up together playing games, and we went to high school together and all that stuff. So have you been like gaming at all recently, like playing PUBG? Have you been back on Halo, Call of Duty, Black Ops, Fortnite, like at all since you've been back? And what else is going on?
I can probably count on one hand how many times I've played video games since February. It's just been
and that's pretty crazy for you because you were hardcore gaming
Yeah.
like before you went away.
I mean,
for that.
so from February to June, we lived on the ship, so obviously I didn't have internet or anything. And then since
Yeah,
I've
that's
been
crazy. Did you bring anything with you, like a portable thing, or you don't have the Switch, do you, or anything?
Nah,
like that,
I didn't have anything. Nope.
Just busy working the whole time, probably. Right?
Exactly. We're just getting ready, trying to get out of the shipyard. And I was doing college too at night, so that took up a lot of time. And then
Awesome. Very nice.
but since I've been back, we've been in and out. So, but this month is gonna be like my first time I'm home for a little bit. So I'm gonna try to jump on as much as I can. I mean, we played PUBG like a week or two ago for like an hour or two, but that's honestly all I've really played since I've been back.
Yeah, it feels like that was longer ago, but I remember playing with you. I don't know, maybe it was longer than a week or two ago, but I don't know, time flies this summer.
Yeah, I mean, this is a hard time of the year just to play games in general. Summertime, it's like it's nice out. It's hard, like you kind of make excuses to go outside a little bit more, or not play.
Of course, man. Yeah, I think
to the
during the
pool or the
winter
beach.
time. Yeah, exactly. During the winter time, like I saw like that's when my stream was still pretty small back then, or even smaller, or just starting really, and it was doing pretty well around like those like really cold months. And then I feel like now I talked to a lot of people, like I feel like people, yeah, I agree. I feel like people spend more time outside. Even me, like during the day and stuff, like even when I used to work back in my corporate office, all I thought about when it was like a beautiful day in the middle of summer was like, I want to go and just walk around and like spend more time at lunch or like get out of work early. Like your brain is kind of elsewhere because you want to enjoy the nice summer months, you know?
It's hard. Yeah. It's hard to convince myself to sit down on a Saturday afternoon and play video games when it's really nice outside.
Yeah, totally. But there's nothing better than like if you are active, say like on a weekend, and then you come home and then it's like some gaming at night on a summer night. That's always been fun.
That's my
always
favorite.
Like, fantastic.
Friday nights and Saturdays. Yeah,
it's a little nightcap on video games.
Yeah, for sure. But especially after being like active, you know, because I feel like if you like moved around a lot all day, like you just feel better, like relaxing and enjoying the game. When like in the wintertime, there's some days where like I'm not going outside because it's like 0 degrees out, and then you're just sitting all day gaming. You're like, what did I just do? Gamed, like all day. You know what I mean? Yeah,
that's true. Plus, like this time of year too, like the hype of all the games that came out last fall are kind of going down. Mm-hmm. Yeah, we you know, you've already played them for 9 months, and then it's also a time when all the trailers are starting to come out for all the stuff that's coming out this fall. So it's just kind of like a stagnant time to where.
Yeah, we got a lot of that because Andrew was at E3. So then when he got back, we were like talking about that a ton on the podcast. So like definitely a little bit of like hype for all the new or extra hype for all the new games coming out.
Yeah. So it's just like a stagnant like 2 to 3 months when you're over the game you've been playing for the past year, and then you're just waiting for all the like the new games to come out in October, November, like Call of Duty and stuff like that.
Yeah, surprisingly, I don't know about you, Andrew, but I'm still pretty like much enjoying PUBG for the most part. I feel like because of the passes and stuff, I know Andrew isn't as much involved in that because he doesn't have that like extra hours to like complete everything. But since I play every day, I do. But for the most part, I'm still enjoying PUBG. I mean, definitely not as much as like maybe when I first started playing the game, but I still like really, really like to play it. Like if I don't play for a while, I think about like, I want to play some pub. I don't know how you feel about that, Andrew, and you, Tom. Like maybe you guys can both talk about that after not playing for a while. Like, are you interested in getting back on, or are you just ready for the new like fall games that are going to come out?
I must say I did when I came back and played with you. I did have a lot of fun, but I just have the day one Xbox One, so it's just not always the best experience.
Damn, dude. You know what? Yeah. I was looking back on some old footage of mine of like the OG Xbox. I just got the Xbox One X back in like last September, October. And I forgot how shitty the experience of PUBG was. Like I'm almost surprised. Like I guess I would still be playing it, but it's brutal, dude, playing on the old Xbox. The graphics suck on that thing. Yeah, for PUBG terrible. At least. For PUBG, yeah. I'm sorry, go ahead, Andrew.
No, keep going.
I was gonna say I jumped on Blackout for like a game or two too, and I really I enjoy that game. I know it didn't really take off, but I would say Blackout's probably my favorite battle royale.
Really?
Yeah. Now they added like cars and stuff now, so
yeah, they did add a lot of content. I think we just didn't really follow it that well because it just kind of the hype died really quickly with that one.
Yeah, and they do like they're doing the battle pass thing and all that, just like every other game. So
yeah, I feel like it was slow at first, but then they really pushed a lot of content into it. But I don't know, man. Something, we always said it, like something just felt weird about Call of Duty. Yeah, it just felt off. Like in Blackout, like the big map, something just felt off with the gameplay to me, at least. Like maybe it was the armor because you're so used to playing Call of Duty with no armor.
Yeah,
and the shooting from across the map, you know, it just didn't feel right in like Call of Duty. Something felt off about it to me.
Yeah, it's just different. It was like a way different experience than Call of Duty. I mean, for me, I've just been really busy with work and obviously summertime, but I've been playing PUBG like on Friday nights a lot or randomly through the week. Probably next week I'll be back during the week. I mean, it's kind of nice to take a break from a game. So I'm excited about the fall and having some different things to play a little bit just to kind of change up, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, I enjoy PUBG. I just think that like it's good to kind of like change my mindset a little bit. Like I'm excited. I don't, like we talked about last week, not sure how the new Modern Warfare is going to be. But I think it's worth like just playing something different for a little while, because then maybe I'll appreciate PUBG, you know, a little bit more when I go back to it or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure. I on last week's episode of the podcast, we covered a lot of like the new or gaming topics that were in the news and the Modern Warfare reveal. And after I caught up on some of the Modern Warfare footage, I saw the Dr. Disrespect footage you mentioned in the last podcast where he kills the guy who's like playing Fortnite. He's like, can't build in this game, dude. Some of those clips were great. Dr. Disrespect. The highlights were fantastic. I would definitely recommend anybody listening to this, if you're on like a computer later, check out the Dr. Disrespect highlights of him playing Modern Warfare. It was hilarious.
Yeah,
it was great.
There's like parts where he's like, I did design the whole Advanced Warfare maps for multiplayer.
Dude, there's one part where they're like,
those maps were shit.
in the first game, he went like 2 and 8.
Yeah.
And they're like, what happened? And he's like, well, since it was my first game, and he's like, I wanted to test how good the maps were, so I played with my eyes closed. So because I designed maps, he's like, I should know how the maps flow. And he's like, I don't know about the maps so far. I was like, such a good response, like what he did, and then it was hilarious. Like he was just shitting on it.
Yeah.
Really
Have you gotten to watch any of the clips, Tom? Like, see any of the anything about Modern Warfare?
Yeah, I like it. I mean, I can't really tell because I'm not actually playing it, but I like the way that it looks like you move, and I'm happy they kind of went backwards like in time a little bit. Like it's just traditional guns, and they brought back like the MP5 and the FAMAS.
Totally huge, FAMAS, man. They're definitely trying to go back to that time that everybody loved.
Oh, they're 100% reverting. And just like some negatives they had brought up though, like was like that. Like people said, you moved a little bit slow, like you died a little fast, and it's kind of like ghost maps. And another one was just the no mini map thing was a big one.
I mean, if those are like the only things people are complaining about, like I'm sure those are easy fixes that they can make before October. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, I agree.
Speed and kill time.
Well, maybe they want it to be slower. I kind of like I like high kill time in COD. You don't want it to be like instant, but I like.
It was a low kill time, but they couldn't. It was like the comments were like, "Is it because you can't move out of the way fast enough, or is it just the kill time is actually low?" Like they felt sluggish in movement.
Oh, I see.
So I mean, that definitely easily fixable, though. I think I mean, I don't think that's an issue. The mini map removal thing was just like a very risque type of.
See, I was thinking about that. I mean, I don't know how much I dislike. I don't think that really matters to me, the mini map thing. I don't know, because I mean, if
a lot
go like all the way back to like any kind of competitive game, they used to always take out the mini maps. You know what I mean? So, like Halo 2, like back in like when we played competitive for that, like they took out the mini map. So I don't think I think it makes you have to play more of like a team player. So.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's just gonna be hard when they have the 20v20.
I mean that I agree with that. That's kind of crazy, especially because how like you were saying like how big the maps are and stuff. How you guys were saying on the last podcast, like that's kind of ridiculous. But as far as like just regular pub matches, like the 5v5 or have they released what it's gonna even be?
I don't know. I think they're sticking with the 5v5.
You mean competitive?
They haven't
competitively. Oh, interesting.
But it's 6v6 in the game again, so they reverted that back to 6v6. So it's not 5v5 like it was in Black Ops. Black Ops 4, which is confusing. So I don't know if they're reverting to pro. Like, it'd be dumb for them to go back again to 4 for the pros. I think they should just stick with 5 at this point because now these teams all picked up these people. Then you're gonna get rid of a fifth person a year later. That's so.
And they're doing, this is the first year for franchising as well. So.
Yeah, I think I would hope they stay with 5. I think they're staying with 5, but I'm not 100%.
I'm watching gameplay right now, and it looks like when you call in a UAV, your whole team gets a mini map.
Yeah,
I was gonna say in hardcore that would happen, like where you got a US or something. UAV.
It's just you don't have your mini map when someone's firing and stuff like that.
Yeah,
you see them pop up, so it kind of almost renders a silencer kind of useless only when someone has a UAV, I guess.
Wow, yeah, that does kind of make less. But I mean, it could like muffle the sound of like where you're shooting from, but not really. You still hear when people are shooting, like in PUBG, silencer wise.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it's just a smaller map.
Everyone wears headphones and stuff too, so you can always tell like the direction.
You can hear dudes farting in the corner. You know what I mean? Like,
but again, you could also see can you also see that people might complain and then like the public matches might go back to that and then they might keep it that way for the pros. Like you could see them making a small change like that, like Tom said. I kind of liked the idea of at least testing it out with no mini map or UAV in the beginning, but who knows how it plays. I wish you could test some of this stuff out, even like in PUBG. Sometimes I wish like they just threw crazy shit out there, like on the PTS, like we're just going to test crazy shit out. Like let us test the craziest shit. Like test rocket launchers, helicopters. Like, you don't have to put it into the game, but I guess people would just get like so salty if it wasn't in the game or if it was. But I think it would be fun to test crazy shit all the time.
Is there gonna be? Did they release like when the beta is gonna be? Because they always do.
I was gonna say the same thing. Yeah, usually they have a beta, but I haven't heard anything about a beta.
It'll probably be on like PlayStation first, and then on Xbox, and they always do that. But crazy that.
But it's gonna be cross-platform, right? That's another thing for the game.
Yes.
Yeah. We were talking about that. That's
PS4 is only going to have content like a week before. Everyone that's
but normally with that they'll have the beta like it's not a huge deal, but they'll have the beta like a week before, which sucks from like a content creator standpoint because the first people to stream it are getting like a ton of views if you have like a PlayStation. You know what I mean?
Just go buy a PlayStation from GameStop for like $50 and then return it.
Use that week, not a bad idea, hononestly.
Dude, you could return it up to a week later to GameStop.
That's pretty rude. I could do that. Someone want to donate a PlayStation for me? I'll pay like.
Dude, it's
someone has a used one they want to send me.
Return it. You don't need it for more than that week.
Used? Yeah, I could probably buy like a referrbished one.
Yeah, but you don't even need it for more than a week. Just return it.
Yeah, that's true.
Get the code.
I used to do that when I was in like high school. I would go. I feel like I would go with you, Tom. I would go and buy like a game for like $50 used or $45 used, and then we would like beat it, and then we would go back and buy another one for $45, like just exchange the games.
Dude, yeah, that's what I would do. I did that.
Used to be
for
addicted
years
to getting the game scores. So you'd play like every game, just get the game score, and then like get rid of it.
Yeah, I remember you guys doing that shit. Yeah, you guys were obsessed with the gamer score.
Yeah, now I could literally care less about.
Like, I know they kind of render it useless. There's like no point in just besides like bragging rights.
Is it even on Xbox One? The game score?
No, they still have a gamer score. Yeah, like
they do?
Even to this day, like when I invite someone into the stream or like when I'm playing or if I add somebody new, like I always peep their gamer score. I honestly respect them more if they have like a higher gamer score. Like if I see someone with like 2 gamer score, I'm like, this guy's not good.
Dude, my gamer score is low.
I legit always say that.
I don't feel like mine's high because I never really cared about the gamer score.
I'm better at you than PUBG, so it shows. There you go. It's kind of like your ranking.
But that's not your PUBG gamer scores.
No, I know. I'm kidding, but I was kidding that I judge people like their PUBG skill based off their rank. Yeah, like if I see somebody with like 70,000 gamer score, I'm like, they're probably a good gamer. Let's go.
I don't think I have even like 10. I think I have like 12,000.
I mean, I only have like 40,000 or something like that.
I don't even know if I have that much. I could be lying right now. I have no idea.
Speaking of like Xbox 360s and stuff, I was thinking. So I've had the same Xbox One since it came out. What? Okay. 2013 it came out, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. You're right.
But like
my gamer score is 50,000, by the way.
360s, I think I had like 4 or 5 360s because they used to always break. So they're making better products.
4 360s. Oh yeah, probably like 4, probably 4 of them.
Yeah, they got a lot better.
Yeah,
I think a lot of it had to do with when they started switching to. I don't think 360 used like AMD chips until Xbox One. And I think that was part of it. They were just like using like cheap.
They used to always be the red ring of death. Remember that?
Well, it's because they were overheating. They were cramming too many things into the Xbox. It was actually melting the parts inside.
Yeah.
You know what's crazy, dude? And I got an interesting thing to talk to you guys about. I just found this out today. So you know my video that has like a couple 100,000 views of me breaking my Xbox. So I just hit my glass there. I just find it really interesting that so many people that comment on that video, which has like so many comments, say that their power brick broke, and like it's not like a coincidence. Like over maybe like I don't know, there's got to be thousands of comments on that video of people saying the same thing. So do you think like it's just a bad power brick that it wasn't tested to last more than like 6 years or whatever it is, and that's why they're all breaking right now? Because it seems like kind of a weird coincidence.
Didn't they even have a problem with the one on? Remember, wasn't there like a recall or something on 360 where you could like mail in
the power brick? I don't remember the power brick specifically.
Or no, I don't think 360 had a power brick originally, and then they like did a thing.
Oh, and then they came out with one.
Yeah, but they would like send it to you for free if you like.
Oh no, I think it
was almost like a recall kind of thing.
Yeah, my memory is kind of like spotty on there, but I think that was part of the problem is that the power brick was in your Xbox, causing the 360 to red ring. So they took it out and said, we're going to send you guys power bricks.
That's what it was.
And then they did the power brick with Xbox One, and then they realized they could make better batteries. And then now there's no power brick on the Xbox One X anymore.
Yeah.
Or the S. It's just the regular thing.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so there's no more power brick.
It's internal.
But again, if your Xbox One X has a overheating problem, then like that happened to I think money from the stream, he had to open his Xbox up and try to fix it, just like a red ring of death kind of thing. He had that happen with the X. So you have to make sure your Xbox is like getting ventilation where it is. Mine's on top of my desk, so it doesn't like overheat. Mm-hmm. But you got to make sure it's good for anybody listening out there. You want to make sure it lasts, because we need to make it one more year in like 2 or 3 months until the next Xbox comes out. So you need to make that Xbox last one more year if you can. So you don't have to spend more money.
Yeah.
If you don't need to.
So the new one comes out next year?
Yeah, 2020.
Yeah, 2020. And then obviously we're not
2020.
exactly. Yeah, so we're still like a year and 3 months away.
Yeah.
So we still got some time.
It's going to be an interesting year.
Yeah, for sure. And then something, this is so random and kind of off topic for the podcast, but I was on YouTube today and I misclicked, and there's this new creator tab, and they have a thing for your copyright. Mm-hmm. So I was like thinking, oh shit, like have I like got a copyright strike on me? So I clicked on it, and 81 videos popped up of people who stole my videos and re-uploaded it to YouTube. How crazy is that?
No way,
81
really?
81 total videos. Yeah, and I've been copyright striking all of them.
What the hell?
Really?
Yeah, most of them were my ice cream videos, so they were like Thai videos or a different language.
Mm-hmm.
But I thought that was pretty weird.
That is weird. Any PUBG ones?
A couple PUBG ones, yeah.
Wow. Famous.
Pretty strange.
That's how you know you're making it.
I know that's like a problem on YouTube. They were having like a problem with that. Like people would just like when like streamers would like blow up, like for like it even happened to Ninja. Like people would just download their videos and then like re-upload it on like their own channel. And just,
the doctor, like all these like the doctor disrespecting Shroud videos and stuff like that. Yeah. It's like just some random dude like clipping.
And they
them.
would just to get all the views and then to
you see
they just edit their videos all day. It's kind of crazy. Like
you see like Dr. Disrespect and Shroud or any big streamer, their videos are all over the place. So I was like,
yeah.
I mean, I don't know what they do. I'm surprised they don't claim those more often.
Maybe they do, or maybe they just don't care. It's like free. Like free marketing almost, I
think YouTube they try to stop it now.
Well, I think some of it is automatic, but I was trying to message YouTube. There's like no way to contact them, but I was trying to message them and be like, hey, are you going to like automatically claim these, or do I need to go in and like individually claim all 81 of these things? And it's not even like a claim. Like there's different options. Like you can say a thing where it sends like an automatic message to them to be like, hey, take this down or I'm going to flag you. Mm-hmm. And then there was some that had like hundreds of thousands of views off like my ice cream video. And I was like, dude, I'm definitely copyright striking this person like right now, like right to their account, like immediately take down. Cause I'm like, that's kind of crazy. They're taking away, like, I know it's a random video, it has nothing to do with PUBG or video game account, but I have 1 million views on that, 1,059,000 views. And like, that's some revenue to my channel. Like you don't get a lot of revenue for YouTube views anymore, but like that's some additional revenue. So someone took away 400,000 views, which is almost half of that video. You know what I mean?
That's crazy.
So it's kind of messed up. And in some cases, I feel like you can, if they had their ads on, if you're a big YouTuber, you can actually get the money for it. But I don't think I would get any of that. Like you can actually get the money that they earned, like owed to you. I don't know how all that stuff works, but I thought it was just kind of interesting. And then I found there was a way where I could like kind of do everything at once. And then there's a bunch that were just have like 20%, like where someone took like one of my videos and took like 10%, but that's like almost like fair use. So you have to watch out because someone could take like 10% of a video. Like I've done that before, right? Like I took like 2 minutes of a Choco Taco video, or like not 2 minutes, like 20 seconds. And it was like, but I was talking over it. So you have to have like some kind of fair use educational purpose, like over it,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But, anyway, sorry for off topic, but I just thought that was interesting, man, because I didn't think I'd have that many videos out there that were copyright striked. I was very shocked by that, or stolen on the internet.
Yeah, I mean, I believe it, dude.
Yeah.
You have great content.
Now, most of it was just the ice cream video, and then a lot of it was I made a video reviewing this coffee thing, and then some of it was like a stream clips. Some people had uploaded stream clips of me playing.
Wow.
And
like
those
that
had
one
views.
on Twitch that was like
like some
stuff.
like a crazy game I had, where I had like a awesome kill or something, and some people uploaded it. And then one person was from the stream who like he was like, oh, I had fun playing with Blitz, and it was like our game together. And I was like, oh, my bad, dude, I almost copyright strike that. I could tell the username. I'm not gonna say it was, but it was like someone uploaded our game that we played together on YouTube. So I was like, oh shit, my bad. Luckily I saw his gamer tag in there, but like I was just going through all that shit, being like, strike, see ya.
Jerk.
Yeah, at first I felt bad. I was like, let me give them a warning. Then some people, I'm like, F this account, dude. F
Yeah,
that.
when they're stealing a whole bunch of stuff, like people's stuff, yeah, it's kind of like, what the hell?
It's kind of lame.
Actually, while we're talking about YouTube, though, like, and we had talked about Ninja last week, and Tom probably appreciates this. There's like an article from Kotaku, like just citing some of the differences between like Twitch and Mixer, and it was kind of interesting because I never really thought that like Mixer had any advantage on Twitch for sure. But one of the biggest things was that it has lower latency, so like the stream is actually way more on time, as compared to like any other platform. So like there's
you can have like Mixer almost like no delay.
Yeah, there's almost no delay. So it's just like they like in reality like it's better for when you're, you know, streaming, you can more interactive with your like the people in the chat, like donations, all that stuff. There's no, you know, latency in that, which is kind of interesting. Like so Microsoft really kind of like stepped it up. Like if you think about it, that's kind of advanced. You know, it's not like a cheap thrill kind of thing. Like that's a pretty big deal.
Yeah, I was wondering like if I wanted to alter that because you can make it. YouTube is like the worst with that. Like, I have mine on like set to just default. Like my stream settings are for 10-second delay, but then on YouTube I think it goes past 10 seconds, and then on Mixer or it's like a 7-second delay, and then ends up being like 12 or whatever seconds. On Mixer it's really just 7 seconds or whatever I put it at.
Yeah.
So that shows you that it is like Mixer is better with that, but I don't know what's better. Like people say it's nice having a little bit of delay, but I don't know what 7 seconds is really going to do.
No.
And then I was thinking that maybe having 0 delay would actually be better because then like you could get into a game before people realize like not really. That doesn't really help. It's basically some people don't want a 0 delay because then they're going to get stream sniped more. And some people have been turning their stream up. Like I saw one streamer said he put his thing to like 30 seconds because he was getting stream sniped so bad.
Yeah, it's it's like a big issue. Yeah. Oh, I thought it was just interesting. But I guess the next thing also they have like a wagering game too. Did you know that?
No.
So like there's a mini game where viewers can predict events that occur during rounds of Fortnite. At the beginning of each round, spectators receive 100 stars to wager, winning or losing stars based on the accuracy of their predictions.
Dude, that's pretty dope.
Yeah.
That's really, really cool. I mean, stuff like that to make the chat more interactive. I mean, that could like get probably that could probably get folded into like some, what is that? Not child gambling. What do they call that? Like the loot boxes. Like what do they call? Whatever they call that.
I guess
stuff.
it's just something to do. And then they just, you know,
that's kind of cool.
Mentioned the co-streaming and
co-streaming is cool.
Hosting.
Co-streaming is weird, but it's cool. Hosting is nice, like Twitch. Yeah. There's no co-hosting on Twitch.
Sparks and experience points, stuff like that.
Dude, the sparks and the fact that the chat, you level up in the chat automatically without a bot or anything like that, to me is huge. It's so cool.
Yeah, no, it's definitely a decent idea. They had some good ideas. I think they obviously like Ninja's at 1 million followers on Mixer, and he has like 33,000 viewers on Mixer when I've been watching or checking it out. So he's obviously not doing bad, dude. You know?
No, it's great.
Yeah, I'm sure it helps just in general.
But like, I mean, part of the deal was like the first month or two, it's like just free subscriptions. So I'm curious to see how many people are actually going to stick around after that free period is over.
Yeah, and I looked at that, so I was interested. I confirmed that it is like to become a affiliate or whatever it's called on Mixer, a partner, you need 2,000 followers and then some other statistics, but like the hardest one is probably 2,000 followers on that account.
Yeah.
And to the membership, I think the minimum membership is like $5.99 or $6.99 or something like that.
I think
so
it's $6.99.
Yeah, I saw that it was more than a regular Twitch membership. So yeah, like you got to see like, again, so many of the people that probably were, subbed to Ninja on Twitch were using Amazon Prime subs, which we talked about in the last episode, but like how many people are going to sign up and now at the additional cost, you know what I mean? I wonder how many people it's going to be. And especially because he caters to like, I don't know if he caters, but if I had to guess, he probably has a younger audience than maybe people who play PUBG or something. I don't know. I would imagine so though, right? With Fortnite and stuff. So like, and most of those people are probably using like their parents' accounts for Twitch. You know, they're Amazon. A lot of people's parents have Amazon Prime. Their kid probably said, "Hey, can you link my account?" And then they did that. You know.
Yeah.
So I'm generalizing here, but I'm guessing it's probably like that. But at the end of the day, you know, Ninja got paid. So I don't think.
Well, I mean that, but it's also kind of I think it's innovating, right? I mean, look how much gaming has innovated in the past 5 years. like, is streaming going to come to the point to where like subs and stuff aren't going to be a thing anymore? Because now instead of uh think of Twitch as like channel 3 and Mixer is like channel 5, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like
exactly.
now these people are just personalities on that channel, so now it's just more of a salary thing opposed to how many subscribers you have. These companies are just paying them to be on their channel so they get more ad revenue. You know what I mean? Like
totally. I view it like when I used to listen to Yeah, that's a great analogy. Like when I used to listen to ESPN radio, there was this guy. I would listen to ESPN radio at work, and there was different hosts. Like people would radio from like say 6 a.m. till 9 a.m. and then like from 9 to noon. And I listened to this guy Colin Cowherd like every day in the middle of the afternoon, and he had like the coveted like time slot like right in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
And then he took like extra money and he left ESPN, which ESPN's like was the biggest at the time. Now ESPN's kind of like losing their share, and he went to Fox Sports when Fox Sports was like trying to hire everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
and you're right, it's kind of like the same thing. And I would just listen to him still, but I would just go to like foxsports.com, but it was different. And then eventually, honestly, I stopped listening to him though because I was so ingrained in like going to ESPN.com, and I like that platform kind of better, you know. So I would just like end up going to ESPN.com because I could like rewind the footage if I missed something, you know. And it's kind of like Twitch, like most people like Twitch, but you can't rewind on Twitch. Like there's a lot of great things on Twitch and Mixer, but like I like YouTube because you can rewind the footage. A lot of people enjoy doing that. They're like, hey, I missed that last game, and they'll go back and watch the chicken dinner. Like that's one thing that's cool about YouTube is that you can go backwards. That's I really like that feature.
No, yeah, it's definitely a good feature. I like it too, being at work and everything. Because sometimes I'm like, wait, what just happened?
Totally.
I'm honestly, I never went to the Mixer website until like 2 days ago to like check out.
Really?
But yeah, think about it, dude. How many people did that because of this?
Yeah. And I don't know if I like it just because it's something different, and I've been going to Twitch for years, but I don't know. I mean, honestly, it actually feels exactly the same to Twitch, just a different color scheme.
It literally is. I've gotten used to it.
It's blue instead of purple.
Yeah, one of my least favorite things. I don't want the audio to pop up because it's gonna record from my setup right now. But when you go to Mixer.com, if I remember correctly, there's no like browse feature that hits you right in the face, and like really all you see is the people that are getting promoted by Mixer. And I hate that. Like you can't just like browse it quickly like a game, or like type in like the very first thing you should see is somewhere to type in Blitz 5, you know, and you can't do that on Mixer. When it's just a small user interface thing, but it's always.
I just click in. Well, I guess I just click in following, and then you
have to, but if you're not following the person.
Like you know what I mean? Should be like the first thing, like it just should be on the main page.
Well, like in any website, the first thing you see on the top that has like a search. I mean, that has like something you would search is the search function. Like whether you're on Google, YouTube, Twitch, and like for example, when like someone tells me in the stream that like they also are streaming on Mixer, like I'll go to Mixer to find their account, and I can't search anything, and then I'm like. And then I'm trying to think of what their gamer tag is because normally people's Mixer accounts are linked to their gamer tag. Mm-hmm. So then I'll be like, okay, is their gamer tag Blitz 5? I'm like, I think it is. Then I like mixer.com/Blitz5, but normally it's like XX Blitz X9. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like FaZe Clan. And you're like trying to type out this person's like gamer tag into the thing. It's super annoying to me that you have to do it like that.
Yeah, true. I think
I'm missing something. Different. It's just a small. I'm talking like I'm counting hairs here, but just something that always has bothered me with that. Like, how do you not have a search function on your effing website, dude?
Yeah, they should have more of a little bit more, but it happened.
Yeah, but
I guess they were just kind of working it out, maybe still.
Yeah, I think maybe they just want you to follow people and they want to promote the people on the front page and stuff like that. And most of the time, you're already following somebody, so I get it. It's a very small like situation. But how about this? So I was like kind of talking to we'll call it Mrs. Blitz about this. I'm like, oh, it's interesting news. Like one of the biggest streamers in the world is leaving his platform and going to another one. And then I was like trying to think of like, what is it? Does it do? It like really doesn't do anything though for anybody else. Like it doesn't, you know what I mean? Like it's not making, if you don't watch Ninja, it's not making me watch Mixer anymore. You know what I mean? It doesn't make me, it makes me view Mixer as like, oh, it's cool that they did that, but like, do you guys think like, what is the actual? Is there any effect like outside of that, other than like bringing Mixer maybe more money or? You know?
I mean, it's gonna be Ninja's creating a new path. He's not gonna be the only one that gets a deal on Mixer. I guarantee you, within the next 6 months, there's gonna be more more of this. Like, there's gonna be more of this. Uh, More of where people are getting contracts to go stream opposed to
Yeah.
because you know what I mean. It's not like Twitch isn't paying any of these people to stream on Twitch. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I agree. I think you're right. I don't think this is the last person that's gonna get.
Yeah, but unless you watch those people, it's kind of like Fox Sports. Like Colin Cowherd, that guy who used to listen to going to Fox Sports, was like great for them. And if you're a huge listener of him, then you're gonna watch their channel. But like otherwise, like I guess it helps legitimize Mixer more, right?
It's legitimizing Mixer, and it's another step forward for just the space and industry itself. You know what I mean? It's kind of this. I'd say this move was bigger than Ninja. You know what I mean? It's a now he's creating a standard for streamers who are up and coming, or streamers who are just as big as him, to get whatever the market says that they deserve. You know what I mean?
True. Yeah. And then I guess now that I'm thinking about it, see, this is why I wanted to bring it up, because my head was kind of like, yeah, what does it really mean? So now what could happen is like Dr. Disrespect could get like an offer for Mixer and then be like, hey, Twitcher, you guys want to give me some money? Cause I'm about to go to Mixer.
Yeah.
And then like the new standard is that people like are salaried by like Twitch and stuff like that.
I'd say it's putting the leverage in the streamers' hands opposed to the
other way around, which it has been for so long. It's like all about like the platform. Like they have so much control over the streamer, you know?
And Ninja being the person he is, like I guarantee you, like that was some of the thought process behind this was like doing it for other people, like because
I agree. I think it's gonna be more like a TV thing, and they're gonna have to just negotiate for these guys.
Because it's not gonna be like, it's not a move to where like, you know, Mixer's gonna be the new thing and Twitch is obsolete. It's just that there's gonna be more. There's going to be a channel 3. There's going to be a channel 5. There's going to be a channel 7 news. You know what I mean? Like there's all these different news channels on TV. It's going to be like that. You know what I mean? And Mixer's probably not going to be the last one either. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. We were talking about that, some other platforms. Damn. But you know what's crazy though? I'm just thinking about so many things is that like, especially for me, cause I'm involved with it. Seems like there's so many, like, there's such a disparity, I guess. Well, it makes sense too, because it's like being a radio host, like a professional. It's very similar to being a radio host or like a podcast or a comedian or something. Like the people who are big are just huge, and then there's such a big gap, you know what I mean? Like you'll see on Twitch, it's like, okay, the first person 50,000 views on this game, or 50,000 viewers, and then it goes down to like 5,000 or 1,000, which is still a lot. Like I would kill for 1,000 viewers. That'd be insane. Right. But like there's such a big jump off, you know what I mean? It's usually not like 50, then 40, then 30, which makes sense because like people are going to go to the one that's the most popular, you know? And then so there's other people who are interested in checking out or like are part of a smaller community. But that's kind of interesting too. There's just a lot of dynamics, and that it's kind of fascinating to me.
Yeah. I mean, dude, honestly, Ninja moving over there, like Tom said, he looked at Mixer for the first time. I was hopping around more in Mixer streams the other day than I ever have, and I was like, you know, going into random ones because it's like late.
Yeah.
I was just like popping random ones, like just talking in the chat, seeing what was, you know what I mean? Just being like, do I like this person? Yeah, like I found some people that I was like, oh, like I'll follow them and stuff like that, and I thought they were good to watch because, dude, like, you know, I never really sat down and like looked at them. Like Twitch to me has so many people streaming. I'm like, oh my god, it's almost overwhelming. It's nice to see something a little bit smaller.
It was the only thing, you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, 100%. I just think like when you go on like Mixer, like since it is smaller, you can kind of like be like, oh, like I can manage this and check out, like, and kind of poke around a little bit more, find who I like, and then but like Twitch, you're like, there's so many choices.
You don't even know. You're basically just like throwing a dart at like a giant wall of like, all right, who am I
exactly.
Gonna click on?
Yeah, and I mean, I like to go for like the smaller streamers, not smaller, but like, you know, lower viewers. You know what I mean?
But I guarantee you, in like 6 months, Mixer's gonna be the same way, because now people are like, oh, Ninja's on Mixer, so there's not that many people on Mixer. Let me try to go there and get a grow a following.
No, I
guarantee
guarantee
people on it. You know what I mean?
No, but the thing is, just like I was saying in last episode, though, dude, there's so many people that like every time they play on Xbox, they stream to Mixer. So there is a lot of that too, though. You know what I mean?
True.
Because you can't just like stream automatically. I mean, you can to Twitch, but you can't to YouTube. But the Twitch interface is shitty, and it puts a bar on your screen on Xbox, so you can't see part of your screen.
Yeah.
And the Mixer interface is way better than that, and you can like co-host with a friend. That's why like, a lot of people do it, and it's your gamer tag. Like it's way more interlinked with like people who game on Xbox, in my opinion. But you're right though. It's still less than Twitch, so. Let's not kid myself here.
Yeah, no, I agree. I don't think it's gonna be. I don't think Twitch is obviously going anywhere, and I don't know if Mixer will ever be what Twitch is. But
yeah. How about what happened to me on Twitch? Tom, did you hear about this? I don't think you did. Did you see what happened to me on over the weekend on Twitch?
I saw you tweet about it. Like someone.
Honestly, so ridiculous.
I didn't get the full story.
I was laughing, man, because there's that lady. What's her name? Like. I don't even want to say her name. There's some like female Twitch streamer who's like been in the news for like a lot of
just like threw the cat or whatever.
She's done a lot of shit, like a lot of evil things, and then she like threw her cat the other day, and people were making jokes like, dude, they have so many things like guys have been banned off YouTube for taking their shirt off.
Yeah, that's what I said. Yeah,
against that stuff.
I said that. And I was like, if you wear a tank top, you get kicked out. You get banned from Twitch.
Yeah, and then. So then I'm hanging out on Sunday, which was just kind of, I know this doesn't sound like a huge deal. And at the end of the day, I'm like, you know what? I chilled out because I'm like, there's nothing I can do about it. But I streamed all week, like from Monday to Saturday. I did mad YouTube stuff, whatever. So I'm like, all right, Sunday I'm not going to stream. And so I was just like spending a day with Mrs. Blitz. I'll say that again at streams as. And then I start getting notifications like all on my phone. I'm like trying not to be on my phone. I'm on my phone all day and like on my computer all day that like someone is using my video on Twitch. I'm like, oh shit, like someone's, like just using my stream or something. I go to click on it and there's this page that says like free PUBG items or PUBG free items. And it's just replaying my video on a loop of my recent video that got like, I don't know, 7,000 or 8,000 views so far of going over the new items that are going to be in the Survivor Pass number 4 for PUBG, which is on PC right now. It's going to be on console in the next like month or so. And, it was just playing the loop, and then they were like, hey, do you want these items for free? Click this link, and I'm guessing it was a scam. Obviously, I didn't click on the link. And so I said, like, hey, dude, you stole my shit. And they're like, obviously, I got banned, like, immediately in the chat. Too. So then I started tweeting it out, and I reported it. I notified, like, obviously, I get Twitch is a giant account. They're not going to see my tweet. So, like, I tweeted at them, like, a million times. Then I contacted them through, like, their support thing. I contacted them on Instagram, Facebook, like, every single platform. And, again, I get it. Like, they're a huge company. But, like, it took them hours. It was up for hours and hours and hours and hours, at least 5 or 6 hours it was up for. And that's after someone notified me. So who knows how long it was open after that. So after a while, I just said, you know what, like I can't do anything about it. Like who cares? But like, that's so messed up, dude. That could like kill, like people could see my stream and be like, dude, this guy was scamming over the weekend. I'm going to report this guy's page or like F Blitz 5. I'm never watching that dude. He's a scam. So I'm like, that's so fucked up. I couldn't believe that.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of people reported it too.
Yeah, and then like luckily like and thank you to any of you guys that are listening. Like we have a pretty good, like a lot of people, we have a tight community, you know, and like a lot of us are on Twitter now. So I tweeted it out and like mad people responded like, dude, I just reported. It wasn't like one person reported this. Yeah, like I probably
the
got
person's
like
naked.
And then a couple random people hit me up and said, hey, I'll report it for you too. So I would say probably all in all, like maybe 24 people reported it, which I thought was pretty solid for like this kind of thing. And who knows, like randomly who reported, like if you hopped into that stream, I'm hoping you thought like figured out it was a scam and that you reported it. But if you like, I don't know, man. At first I was pretty salty about it, but then I was like, you know what, dude, it's just life. Like, what am I gonna do? I'm not Twitch. I can't like shut this down. I have no power here.
But don't you think it would have like after like 5 or 6 unique accounts are reporting this, like it would be like,
let's like,
start getting escalated. Like I'm sure they get a ton of them, but I mean, I don't know. You would think that like something would.
That's what I mean. Like after a dozen or something, like
a dozen, it just like closes the stream and like, all right, like we're gonna turn you off.
I'm sure
for
it's
now.
All like automated. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
sure. Yeah, or at least like a red flag or something. Maybe not close it down, but like,
I mean, dude, Twitter bans you so quickly for, you know what I mean? Like,
totally.
You know, so I don't know.
Anyway, yeah, I mean,
it was a little pathetic.
There's two ways to look at it. I mean, hopefully it's not a big deal, but to me, I was just like bummed out. You know what I mean? I'm like, why is this happening? Why can't like some famous streamer be like restreaming my thing, like hosting me? It has to be a scam right now. It's like just my luck. I'm like, Jesus, man.
It's probably some kind of like bot somewhere that they just had set
It had
up.
like 750 viewers, which I think was bullshit. I think it was like probably launching virtual instances and putting its higher
yeah, because I was thinking the same thing because it was floating. I was like floating and rotating at the same time. It was floating between like 600 and like 1,000 viewers when I popped in, like depending on the minute. And it is what it is, man. It's just random. But that stinks too. But that's Twitch for you, man. That's Twitch, and then people throw dogs and do crazy shit, and they don't get in trouble. And some girl, I'm not like into like drama stuff. Like I don't watch drama
through the cat
videos. Yeah. Through the cat, yeah. But there was a video today of this chick
shoving her dog and shit.
Dude, she was trying to make a video with her dog. Like she's a YouTuber, you know, and she must have a pretty big following. I mean, this clip had like 10 million views when I watched it on Twitter, and she was trying to make like a video like, I'm gonna do this thing, I'm gonna like put like a plastic wrap on the door and have the dog run through, and she uploaded the wrong version of the video, and it was just all of these clips of her like beating the shit out of her dog because it wasn't listening and stuff. And I was like, oh dude, it was brutal. I just turned it off. I'm like, this is so fucked up. Yeah, like, and sometimes the dog was just like kind of like sniffing her, and she was like, get the fuck out of here, you know. And she was just like, and I was like, dude, what the fuck?
Is she a big YouTuber?
I guess so, but it was just some girl, dude. Like,
what was her name?
Some woman. Like, I'm like, this is so evil. And it was a Doberman Pinscher, I think, right? Tom, did you see that? It looked like a Dobie.
What?
Bite her face off.
Yeah.
What?
Dude, it was crazy. Sorry to bring this up to like drama alert, but I did see it from Keemstar's account, who people have told me I look like Keemstar, so maybe we're the same person with that account, you know what I mean?
Oh my god! So when you write YouTuber into Google, the first thing comes up is YouTuber abuses dog.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Police are investigating YouTuber was filmed after hitting her dog. I mean, like, I almost get it. Like if she did it like a one time, like I get it, dude. Like my Doberman used to do crazy shit, and I would grab him and be like, "You asshole," you know. But like she's like literally like beating him. Yeah, Blitz 5. She's like literally like beating the dog, like, and multiple times, like pushing it and stuff. It's like kind of messed up.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Dude, you know what's crazy though is that you see shit like this, like I shouldn't laugh, but it's just wild, dude, how you see this shit happening like all the time. Like weird shit, dude. Like the internet just exposes people, not even like YouTubers. I'm talking like anybody. Like the internet just, people get exposed so fast on the internet because of shit like this. Like they'll send the wrong tweet out, or they say some kind of crazy racist shit. Like the internet is undefeated, dude. Like you will get caught.
Yeah, dude, that's ridiculous, bro. But like, it's just so funny because it's just this girl is so fake.
Yep.
So fake. She has this dog.
Yeah, she's just,
oh, it's my dog, and then you're like, you see behind the scenes, she's like beating it, like
totally,
so fake,
dude.
bro. Fake
and you know,
news. Fake news, dude.
A lot of YouTubers probably like that. Yeah, for sure, man. It's kind of crazy. Any actor or something. It's kind of like, what was that? What was the actor? It was a Christian Bale when he was like yelling on the set of like one of the movies. Oh, remember that?
Yeah, where he was like, "Are you a professional? Are you a professional?"
Because the guy fucked with the lighting or something.
Yeah, right? I mean, I get that a little bit more because like, if you're like, and I get like, this is your job, you're in character, you're trying to like be an act. You know what I mean? You're acting out a scene, and some dude's like fucking, you know, has like doing something wrong and just like blaring a light in your eyes, and you're like, what the fuck? I can see that, but when you're like someone sitting there with a dog. That's your dog, and your whole thing is like, I make content around this weird shit, and then like you accidentally upload a video of you beating the dog. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, dude, how does that happen?
That's just like such a I don't know. The one with Christian Bale is more funny than anything. Like he sounds like a super douche in that moment, but like I can see that a little bit. But like, there's no reason for you to ever abuse your dog or like completely be a phony. Like you went and got a dog just because you wanted to make content on YouTube.
Probably, right? Who knows? Yeah.
Like, yeah, like idiot. It's amazing that she uploaded the wrong thing.
That's what she gets.
Yeah.
I hope they're investigating her. It says the LAPD are investigating her. How amazing is that?
I can't believe that when you type YouTuber, that's like the first thing that pops up.
Yeah, it says, yeah. What a jerk off.
Yeah, what is this? There's like, that's crazy. Take-Two sends investigators to YouTuber's house to crack down on Borderlands 3 leaks. I'm just Googling YouTube news, so I guess we should get back into some gaming stuff.
Have you guys been paying attention to the new Halo at all?
Very little.
Halo Infinite. Yeah, very little, man.
They
very
haven't been
little.
releasing a ton of news on it though. I feel like either. I feel like they've been very quiet about it for the most part.
I mean, they just did the trailer at E3, and that's really about it. I mean, it still doesn't come out till like next year. It's holidays of 2020, but
well, it's probably going to launch. It will launch with the new Xbox, right?
Oh, actually, I bet you that's probably exactly.
I think that's what. There is a high possibility of them doing.
But the trailer is just the one thing I like about Halo is they hit you right in the feels, like the Halo theme song. Like it's just
dude.
Yeah, they don't change anything like that. They keep it pretty much straight up the same.
Have you guys seen the trailer?
Oh, I don't think I have. He's like floating through space. The guy's like,
it's like the beginning of Endgame. Almost.
Oh, I saw that. I saw it.
Like he like wakes up by himself, like on a ship.
Yeah, and it's just like, Master Chief floating around, like. Yeah.
And the guy wants to like escape. He's like, "We got to fight, right?" Or something like that.
No, we're fighting. You're like, Jesus, bro, you're such a monster.
Did I ever tell you that? So my ship, like every ship has like a number, like a whole number they call it, and my ship's whole number is 117.
Yeah, I commented one time on like your Facebook when you like posted it. I was like a long time ago. Yeah, I know that.
And that's Master Chief's number. It's just hilarious how that's like a coincidence.
Yeah, and funny you bring that up, tying it in. I saw some like articles. I have to say, I was just a headline reader. I didn't actually like read the article, but there were some people talking about how like there could be something going on with like Microsoft getting Ninja and Mixer for like Halo and the release because he was an ex-Halo player, you know, and then like Mixer's part of Microsoft. That's going to be a big release. Like him streaming that, like now they could maybe say like, hey, who knows what his contract's like, but they could maybe be like, hey, like you have to stream Halo. Right. He might choose to, you know, but then that could like sell them so many Xboxes because everyone's like amped about Halo. You know what I mean? It's actually that could be like game changing for Microsoft. Like who knows if they're going that deep into it, but they probably are.
That's a good idea.
Yeah,
I never thought about that.
No, definitely not a bad idea. They're probably doing some.
I wish Halo was like still
relevant.
Yeah, man, because God, I get so salty about that subject.
Dude, Halo, I just don't think a game can be relevant if it's on one platform. I know you can play it on PC, but like I think they need to drop that as an exclusive, but maybe not.
Well, I mean, Microsoft is the publisher, right? So it's not.
Yeah, but like, how in 2019, how can you have a game when right now? I mean, maybe what I just said will get people to buy more Xboxes, but there's more PlayStation 4s in the world sold than Xboxes. So you're saying that more than half of the console gamers aren't going to play Halo just off the fact that they don't have an Xbox, maybe, right? Maybe some of them have both consoles.
It's the same thing with God of War, though. You know, PS4.
But God of War isn't like a competitive multiplayer. You know what I mean? You need like every person you can get for like a online like community. You know what I mean?
But I mean, like, well, look at COD. I mean, COD was, well, I guess it's not a good analogy.
Multi-platform.
It's on PlayStation.
COD
you know what I mean?
On multi, But like,
I know like CS:GO is only on PC, so it still works.
It's only for like PlayStation. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, you could argue that maybe Counter-Strike's a good argument in the reverse direction. Like you can't, there's no like current Counter-Strike on that console, but it's still popular. So I could be wrong.
Yeah.
Well, you know what I mean, though, right?
Like level though, also like it's
PC is different. I feel like, but I understand what you're trying to get at.
But the new Halo is going to be on. Because weren't you the one saying, or
it's gonna be on PC.
Like every game's gonna be on both now, or something like that? Like
because of the new Game Pass and how it's set up. Like even now, like if I go on League of Legends, it tells everybody on Xbox that I'm on League of Legends. You know?
Yeah, I think it's gonna be on PC, released on PC and Xbox at the same time.
But I mean, is everyone gonna be able to play with each other no matter what?
I don't know. I think so, but I'm not sure. They didn't announce that. I think we're still pretty far away from figuring out, like, saying this stuff.
Yeah, I don't know about the mouse and keyboard thing. I know with Call of Duty now, they're doing a thing where if they detect that you have a controller, even on PC, they'll match you with other controller players. So it's going off your input. So maybe they'll do something like that for Halo. Like if you're a PC player playing with a controller. But I think that there's a difference, man. I think there's actually there's a difference between buying Halo on PC and there's a difference between playing your Xbox game on PC. But part of the new Windows 10 is that you can easily play your Xbox game on PC, but you're still playing the Xbox version, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? So I don't think you could play that one with a keyboard unless you bought some kind of input thing to fake out the system. But who knows? That's getting pretty elaborate. But I know right now I could, if my Xbox was in a different room, I could send or play the game off my computer in my office, because I have Windows 10 now. Yeah, which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
A lot of people were doing that when Windows 10 first came out. It was a pretty popular thing to do. But I think there might be a second of input lag because it's getting streamed from your Xbox to your computer or something. So we don't even mess around with it. Or maybe a half a second or something.
Yeah.
I don't know. Kind of technical stuff. But
yeah, I really haven't been following the new Xbox, any of that stuff at all.
You still got plenty of time in. I mean, there's going to be another E3 and another probably Microsoft thing about it. They haven't even shown an image of it. There's going to be a while until we hear about all that stuff.
True. Yeah.
So I don't think that's a big
it's
a big deal.
Project Scorpion, right, or something like that.
That was
this one's Scarlet
or Scarlet. That's what it is. Scarlet.
Yeah, the last one was Scorpion.
Yeah, Scorpio. I have that at the Xbox One X Scorpio edition.
That's right. Yeah, you were an early adapter.
It's beautiful. I think that there's a lot of news. I think they only released a little bit about the new Xbox and stuff like that, the basics. And the PlayStation and Xbox are going to be pretty much using the same components. They're both using AMD, so they're just going to be having some slight differences in their own, hardwaring. And I think Xbox is doing some different things with dynamic RAM and stuff like that. But pretty much they'll be the same across the board because that's why the infrastructure for xCloud is going to be. Sony adopted that went with Microsoft because pretty much using the same components like AMD, it makes it really easy to host both. You know what I mean? With the same quality. Yeah. I think Sony made a smart choice there, just being if we're gonna do cross-platform, we might as well just use your stuff and make it simpler.
Yeah, I want to. Hopefully, AMD seems like they're making a pretty big comeback right now, so that's good for them.
I think they had missed expectations though when they reported, so. We'll see.
Really?
I think there's some, and they lowered their guidance or something like that because I think these companies like Microsoft and Sony are probably their big, or they are their biggest clients. So they're probably the negotiating power is probably huge. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I think I see that the AMD's stock actually went down a lot, but you know what? I bet kind of the proof is almost in the pudding though. I'm a consumer of their product, and I was really close to going AMD, and then I didn't. So there's maybe some people who did something else, did the same because they were very close. But I think their new chips and stuff that they're doing are really strong, and I got really in depth when I was building my computer about what is the difference. I did so much research between AMD and these new ones are really, really solid. The new AMD chips that just came out
the
in July.
3600s and
yeah,
they look really good.
Yeah, basically I guess without getting into the weeds, AMD kind of jumped Intel and what the technology they're using inside that's more efficient and I guess better. And Intel, because they were number one for so long, they really weren't innovating as much. So even though Intel is still better, let's say overall, but the price is just so far off that it really isn't worth it to go Intel unless you're going the highest one. That's why I went for the highest Intel. You overpay for it, but you get the best thing for the i9. But otherwise, if you're not getting the i9 right now, and even if you in some of the AMDs, it's better to go AMD really for the most part, in almost every other category below that. But it's interesting.
Yeah,
could be a good time to buy stocks, even though I'm not in the market to buy any stocks.
Yeah.
But going back to gaming stuff now. So Tom, are you gonna get on? Have you been playing the past week? Are you gonna be playing soon? What are you gonna be doing?
Yeah, I'm gonna hopefully be playing probably next week. Because this weekend I'm going out of town. But
okay.
I don't know what I'm gonna be playing. I guess I don't know.
Yeah, I think Andrew. I want to get on.
Yes.
Now I'm ready for PUBG on the PC. I actually might stream tomorrow on the PC.
Wow.
Because the Survivor Pass number 3 is over on console for PUBG. And you can still level up your survival title points, but I'm not going to hit the max rank, so I'm kind of like over it at this point. But the only thing holding me back from possibly streaming tomorrow is if like I can't get the settings right, because there's so many settings on PC for PUBG. There's like a million settings.
Yeah.
So sometimes it looks a little like chunky on the stream. And I'm considering like whether I want to keep pushing through like learning the keyboard, or if I want to just plug in a controller and give up on the master keyboard. I don't think I'm going to give up. I don't like quitting. I'm not a giver upper.
You can't play PC if you're not going to use the master keyboard. I think that's the issue.
Some people do though. I've been seeing some streamers just play with the mouse and keyboard. Like I saw that guy who's like, you know what's crazy is it looks like everybody, not everybody, but like a lot of the big streamers are doing this right now. Like I saw the guy is like one of the best PUBG console players in the world, like Gagad. He was playing on PC with a controller. That I know like Average Sniper has a big following. Like he was playing on PC with a controller, I think he said. And then like some other people I saw were doing it as well. And I don't know if it's because like the PUBG console right now is like slow because of the pass being over and all the new, and people want to play the new updates on PC with the new Erangel. Did you see that, Top? The new Erangel? You probably heard us talking about it in the podcast and stuff.
Yeah,
right?
I've heard of it. I haven't seen it, but I heard about it, yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty dope. So I think a lot of people are like wanting to go over to the PC version right now and are doing that.
Yeah, I'm not going to play with a controller though.
I really don't with the mouse and keyboard. That big of a difference in PUBG. I really don't.
It does.
Because it's not like it's a fast-paced game, you know?
For the most part, I agree.
So much more accurate.
For the most part, I agree with you. But yeah, you're gonna get like the way you get sniped on PC as opposed to like Xbox is just insane. Like on Xbox, you pretty much betting that they're not gonna hit you. Like, come on, try to hit me, dude. And you're zigzagging, you know. And then occasionally you get hit in the head, and you're like, shit, back to the lobby. But on PC, like. Especially at this point, the game's been out for years. Like if you're running in a field and there's a sniper, like you might as well just hit back to the lobby. You know, you're gonna get picked off like so fast. People are so accurate on PC.
It's just way more accurate, especially with the sniping, and like even I guess if you want like, you know, shooting a moving target with an automatic weapon, I think is just far more accurate too.
Yeah,
you just have a little more control.
But there's still people who are like trash on PC. Like I played and I get some kills. Now I'm trash. Like I'm straight trash. So if I'm killing you on PC, watch out because something's wrong. And I feel like if I was playing with a controller, I'd probably get like I feel like I would do better with a controller right now, but I wouldn't do like. Yeah, I think I would do better.
Yeah, there's definitely people that are hot trash on PC. I don't know if I have any kills. I'm hot trash on PC.
Yeah.
But I mean, I would like to play it because I think it's worth like. I think we're still heading towards a world where mouse and keyboard are very meaningful.
Yeah, but then it stinks too to like stream and then people watch and then for you to stink really bad. Like that doesn't, you know, people are like, why are people watching this guy stinks?
Yeah, just be funny though. Just be like learning mouse and keyboard.
Yeah, what should I name that? What should I name the stream? PC PUBG version or something? Or
yeah, PC. Yeah, popping my PC cherry.
Something like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I definitely want to play some more on PC and. Age of Empires is coming out. We were talking about that in the stream today.
Yeah.
There's a new Age of Empires?
It's the like same when they're remastering it for PC and Xbox.
I played it at E3. It was dope.
What?
Yeah.
On Steam or?
On the Microsoft Store.
Microsoft Store. So yeah, you can play it on Xbox or your PC, man, just like we were talking about.
Say it ain't so.
And I'm really hoping it's going to be on Game Pass because then I don't have to pay for it.
I bought like a year ago. I bought Age of Empires. They had like all of them on like the disc collection for like $10 at Walmart.
That's hilarious.
And it is so bad on like newer computers. Like it's like
yeah, they remastered it. They remastered Age of Empires 1, and now this is going to be the remaster of Age of Empires 2.
Yeah, but that was like 10 years ago. They remastered Empires 1. I feel.
No, I think it was like they just did it like back in a couple years ago.
Really?
Let me see. Age of Empires.
You know when you watch like an old TV channel on like the new like widescreen TVs, how it's like squared off. Like that's how like it was and stuff. It was terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was released in the definitive edition PC was released in 2017 or 18. So it's pretty new. They remastered it. Now this is why they're coming out with the second one now. So it's going to be Age of Empires 2, the definitive edition.
You know how much fun that is going to be?
Yeah, a lot of fun.
Oh, I'm definitely going to play it.
Especially now, like, 'cause, like, back in the day when we played, like, Command and Conquer and stuff, like, it was all through just, like, type. You know what I mean? Like, now that we could be, like, on Discord and play this, like...
Oh, my God,
like,
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it's going to be so much fun.
True. And, like, I can, like, hopefully now, like, it should be... Like, having a stronger computer or laptop, we'll be able to run it as opposed to, like, Windows 95, whatever we were using back then. Like, and it was just, like, shitting the bed.
Yeah.
Like, really bad.
Windows XP.
God, Age of Empires. When is it supposed to come out?
I think October.
September, October. Yeah, I think it's coming out soon.
Yeah.
Oh, my God, that's so
I'm
exciting.
hoping it's September. Age of Empires 2. Yeah, man. And speaking of that, I don't want to push the podcast too long. We're a little over an hour now.
Yeah.
This is going to kill Andrew here for a second, but I got to ask you, dude, Tom, have you played... So I tried streaming this. So people were confused about this. League of Legends, the new game, Teamfight Tactics. So before I get into it, it's funny how, like, you know, consoles just so, like, they got the blinders on to, like, PC stuff. League of Legends is a big game. Before Fortnite, it was the biggest game in the world. It still might be one of the biggest games in the world from a player count because it's, like, probably Fortnite probably passed it. But it was previously the biggest game in the world. And 5v5, you fight. That's all you got to know. They came out with this new version of the game, which is this new game genre called auto chess. That's what I've been playing. It's called Teamfight Tactics. It's like a game within a game.
Right.
Almost like kind of how Blackout is a game within Call of Duty Black Ops 4. And this game is taking over the world. Really, like, it's crazy when you go on Twitch. We did it last week. Like, this number 3 game was League of Legends and number 4 was Teamfight Tactics. So combined, they're like, it's just killer. Have you played that yet at all?
Yeah, I have. I played it with Steve a couple times.
What do you think about it? Like, whatever. I'm like fiercely addicted to it to a point where, like, I tell myself I can't play today. Like, I don't know how to get work done.
Yeah.
If I play like one game,
I wouldn't say I liked it that much, but
I like feed the addiction.
It's cool. It's cool because you're playing League of Legends, but you don't have to be actively engaged the whole time.
Yeah, it's like playing Hearthstone. It's like playing a card game or something like relaxing, almost like playing Age of Empires, but you don't have to build a base.
Exactly.
Like you're building units, and you're saying like, okay, I have these units that go together with one another. Like the knights, like the more knights you have, the more like knight bonus you would get.
Right.
And the more like mages or sorcerers you have, like you get a better like mage bonus. But then like you can't just have all mages because then your team will get wrecked because they have no defense.
Right.
So like it's like that. Yeah, but you don't have to play. In League of Legends, for you guys that don't know, it's like the amount of attention, like if I stream League of Legends, like you can't look at chat. If you look away for like a second, like the game is over.
Yeah.
Like you have to be
you're like walking from base back to lane, that's like the only time you could probably.
Yeah, you're right. There's some moments, but like for the most part, that's a game that like you have to be hyper focused and almost like playing Call of Duty, like team deathmatch. Like you need to be constantly focused, like towards your goal of what you're doing. You're gonna get far behind.
Yeah.
And this game is very relaxing. Like I like to play in the morning. Like I'll wake up at like 7 or 6:30, and I'll have a cup of coffee, and then I'll play one round of the game. Then I'm like, okay, you got to get this shit away from you. I could play all day.
Have you played League at all?
Regular League, it made me play a regular game of League with an old friend of mine from the stream, but I haven't only that one time. And then I won, and I was so proud of myself. So I was like,
I was thinking about playing it again until like Call of Duty comes out or something. I miss League a lot. I still watch the LCS here and there too a lot.
Which for everybody is the competitive esports version of League of Legends. It's their league for the League of Legends.
The League of League.
Yeah, but literally, I will always say this, man. I really don't people will not understand. Like they made a documentary about it, but how much League of Legends affected esports, right? I can't believe it, man. They changed the game. They brought that shit from like video game esports to like professional esports level, like amateur to professional.
Yeah,
for sure. It's crazy.
Whoops. Sorry.
And that's like what PUBG. I haven't watched PUBG, but like that's what everyone has kind of modeled it after that.
Yeah, they've all kind of copied them for sure.
Oh yeah, and they're the first ones to franchise and stuff.
That's
well, actually,
cool.
I think they Overwatch.
Maybe Overwatch was first, but they were ahead with a lot of that stuff.
But
they were the first one worth a lot of money.
oh yeah, that too.
Yeah. So, all right, dude. I guess we can like end it here. Do you got anything else, like last things you want to talk about really fast before we call it on the podcast? Your return?
No,
back?
really.
Huh?
Yeah.
All right, man. Well, we'll have to have you on the podcast more now that you're back home for a little while and figure that out. Nice having someone else on to kind of talk about things, give a different perspective. Plus, I know you do know a lot about esports, especially, but you haven't really followed the PUBG esports, which we need to get into. Actually, I need to follow that a little bit more myself. But I guess that pretty much does it. We'll play some League soon, and hopefully some PUBG you can get on and we can all play. I would play tonight, but I'm like exhausted. It's like 10 o'clock, so I'm not going to get on League tonight. But
I gotta get up early tomorrow.
Yeah, you guys know where to find me on the stream and stuff. So yeah, I guess we'll call it here, right?
Actually, one cool thing. So,
All right.
Dominic just started kindergarten, right? We talked about that. So now there's this thing that schools do. It's called Class Dojo. You ever heard of it?
Never heard of it. Nope.
So it's a app that you download, and you can. The teacher has to send you a link to it because it's like a private like thing for each child, but it's like almost like a Facebook, but for like between the parent and the teacher. And like the teacher can like take pictures of like the kid like in class, and then there's like a point based system to where like if he does something good in class, like the teacher gives him a point, and like you can set goals at home to like what you want the teacher to work on like on with him in class. Like it's the coolest thing ever. It's like an app to like
crazy.
Yeah, it's really cool.
Wow. That's interesting.
So what did like one example, like he got he like counted to here, got like this small like easy math problem, right? And then they give him like a thing, or like what's like an example?
So there's like different categories. Like let me see here.
He wiped his own ass.
Well, now he's in public school. Like
Jesus. What does that have to do with wiping your own ass?
Someone else is wiping his ass, not just another kid is.
That's that's like daycare stuff. Jesus. It's like reading, like good listener, brushing his because they brush their teeth after meals, like being patient, helping out other kids like in class.
Gotcha.
Chores done, and then we can go in and like you can like put like what he needs to work on like at home, like if he's not doing stuff at home, and like the teacher can like work on it like in class to like instill it, and then he can like redeem the points and to like customize like his emoji, like he has like his own emoji, so you can like redeem the points for like new stuff.
So he's basically is he gonna start live streaming his kindergarten experience? He's got subscribe for my custom emojis.
That's so funny. He loot boxes them.
But it's the coolest thing ever.
Wow. And does that like I'm not hating because I love you and I love Dominic. He's my godson. But does that like tie into video games at all, or is it just super random?
It was just super random because I just got an emoji. I just got like a notification, and it made me think of it.
I hope that doesn't come out. I was wondering because I literally thought you were gonna say that like the teacher caught him like trying to watch video games or something. I didn't know. I thought that's like where it was gonna go.
Nah. It just made me think.
Because I know, and to end on that, Dominic, Tom's son, who's 5, is like even when he was younger than that, I would visit Tom, and like he was pretty good at holding a controller and like shooting. Tom would have him like be like, oh, you can like run around on Halo and like shoot like the monsters, and he would do it. And like it's pretty crazy, dude, how good he was at like that age. It's mind blowing.
So now he can now he can like pick up like the controller and pretty much play any game that's on my Xbox.
Wow, dude, that's insane.
But now he's
incredible.
Now he's been kind of I kind of want to get him off like the shooters and stuff, just because I figured like that's probably not the best idea now that he's like getting older. So I downloaded that warship game because he like loves ships and Navy, obviously. So he's been playing the warship game on the computer, and he picked up like keyboard and mouse like instantly.
Wow.
Wow.
Damn, dude.
And
That's why you
like
need
get him
like
ready.
Command and Conquer for his age, dude.
like
Command and Conquer is good.
I'll go in like when
Yeah.
he goes to bed because he'll sit in here for like I give him like an hour on the screen before I time to go play with toys and be a normal
Yeah.
child.
Yeah.
I'll like come and like look at like the like previous game stats, and he'll have like multiple like kills every game and stuff like that, and like a ton of damage done to like other ships.
Wow.
That's too funny.
Yeah,
That's crazy, man. That's very nuts, dude. Future pro gamer in the making.
well,
My bad. I just hit my mic, so my fault. And I just did it again. Jesus. All right. On that note, let's call it a night. So thanks, Tom, for coming on. Andrew,
thanks,
as
Tom.
always, man.
yep.
Let him know, Andrew. Let him know.
Thanks for joining us in the final circle.
Ooh, got him.
That was a word spiciness.
There you go. All right, everybody. Have a good day, good night, good morning, whenever you're listening, and we'll see you guys in the next episode. All right. Big kisses. Bye.
Kisses.